the puck for some biscuits and penalties. I'm your starting goalie, Alex, and we are back after a little holiday hiatus. So, welcome to 2026 Biscuits and Penalties. Joining me, as always, is Cobra, and also with me is Billy and Cesar, and hopefully, Kat will get her butt in here and talk hockey with us. How are we doing, everyone?
Hi.
Pretty good, pretty good. Not can't complain. So yeah,
The It is the first podcast of the year for Handed Down Sports Media, and how fitting we start with hockey. Let's go.
Definitely agree. And
there.
first topic of discussion is the Olympic team. The Olympics team were announced yesterday. The Olympics start in February. I think the hockey is like middle of the Olympics, middle of February, March ish. I wanted to kind of go over two of the players announced yesterday for Team Canada. It was a little biased, but honestly, we talk a lot about the Capitals on this page. You guys watch this enough. Capitals goalie Logan Thompson and Capitals defenseman Tom Wilson both got nods at Team Canada yesterday. Big time players for Team Canada, big dominant players of the Capitals this year. I know the Wild got a couple players on I think the U.S. team this year. I think it was Matt Bodie and a couple other guys. But
Yeah.
how do you guys liking the Olympic team shaking out for the Olympics? I'll start with Cobra, then go Billy, and then Caesar, and then back to me again.
My biggest complaint with Team Canada is, why is Jordan Binnington the top goaltender on that list?
Because Canada has no goalie depth.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right, because they can't. They used to rely on Carey Price all the time. It was like, oh, Carey Price is here. Yay, Carey Price. Oh, Roberto Lebrongo. Oh, Marc-Andre Fleury. Let's go. Oh, we can't use him. Oh, crap. Oh, we're screwed. Bennington. He's the modern day Hextall. Fuck it. That's Bennington.
Billy, do you have? Sorry, go ahead, Cobra.
Yeah, but that was my biggest complaint, is the goaltending depth. I mean, Logan Thompson is Logan Thompson. He's a third stringer. He's pretty much the in case of injury break glass. And of course Tom Wilson, who lives rent free in James Dolan's head. Which, by the way, James Dolan, sell the team.
Well, at least James Dolan is more hands off on the New York Rangers.
Yeah, his thing is the Knicks.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. Bill, do you have any opinions on any of the Olympic rosters for the Olympics coming up?
I have only like two for the U.S. and Canada. So I'll start with the north of the border. Macklin Celebrini got in over Connor Bedard. Funny enough.
Well, I think Bedard's injured. With the Blackhawks. I think that's the reason why, but I'm not sure.
Even though we all should agree that Chicago did not deserve him after the Kyle Beach fiasco.
No. He did. Yeah, Bedard does. In my open honesty, Bedard should be a Shark. In my opinion,
I say a Columbus Blue Jacket.
That too. Sharks,
that too.
Sharks, Columbus, or hey, why not Utah?
Yeah, Utah.
Yeah.
Even with Utah, but they would still fuck them up.
Yeah, sounds about right. They're Mormons. They always fuck things up.
No, it's because if it was truly the 2023 draft, he would have gone Arizona for a little bit.
Oh, sorry. This was overdue.
Yeah. Anyways, but the biggest snub for team.
There you go.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
But the biggest snub is in the defensive sphere of Team USA. Adam Fox is not in the roster. Instead, you have Charlie McAvoy and Seth Jones.
Yeah. Seth
Seth
Jones is
Jones? Who? Seth Jones?
no. I understand where he's coming from. Yeah, but yeah, Seth Jones is a question mark. Like there were better defensemen out there, and you're going with Seth Jones?
I mean, then again, he did redeem himself.
I mean,
Even-
why not? Is Jared Spurgeon American or is he Canadian? I forget my own player.
Jared
It's my
Spurgeon's,
own player.
I think he's Canadian.
Yeah, Canada. So he must be in Canada right now.
But he's not even on the Canadian list.
Shit. Well, he's fucked.
And anything else you want to address about the Olympic team, Cesar?
Well, USA, from the most part, I think I like their roster for the most part, except for some players that I don't really notice. Like I don't. I'll watch Wild games and I'll watch whatever games on the weekends that are NHL. But other than that, I don't really follow like the NHL like that. I mean, I'll be on here and talk Wild and other NHL games, but like it's just like it's like the last sport that I like. So it goes, football, basketball, baseball, and then hockey. That's me. But other than that, yeah, USA is for the most part is the team is really good. Can they beat Canada or Sweden and other countries? Possibly. Canada, well, they don't have if they don't have Jared Spurgeon, I can't cheer for them. So, I refuse, and I'm the one that's closest to fucking Canada and Minnesota. So, I ain't never been to Canada, so I probably won't, never will. But who knows? Maybe I will.
I will say this, Cesar. Friend of the channel, Urinating Tree, has an entire video about Minnesota sports, so I will give you that link later on.
All right. But yeah, as far as like other Sweden has some wild players, I think, and I don't even know if Russia's in it, but Kaprizov has to be in it if he's
due to the special military operation there.
Yeah, they usually ban Olympics and stuff because of what's happening over there. So
yeah.
If it's up to you, Alex, who do you think's going to be? Who is your favorite to win the gold medal of the Olympics this year?
It's really tough because looking at this Canada team, you put Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon, and Cal McCarr on the same team. Two of those guys were leading for the Avalanche last year, and the Avalanche are kicking everybody's ass. We'll get to them later because I have a lot of things to say about them.
Go ahead, Billy. I think I know where you're going.
I think the Avalanche are going to have a Boston Bruins season and get bounced in the first round.
Interesting.
I
thought you were gonna go somewhere else, but I was gonna say Connor McJesus has not been Connor McJesus this past month.
No, I would say I would want to.
December, December to Dismember, I guess.
I would say the United States, but I don't trust this team. The United States hasn't been playing well in terms of medal games in the Olympics, and I feel like the team isn't strong. Our top guys are guys that haven't been playing tough this year, and I think outside the Canadians' strong three players, I mean, Finland's up there with a chance to make Rattinen, Alexander Barkov, and Sebastian Aho. I think that's a great front three to lead that Finland team. I mean, Germany's up there. Leo Draisaitl was the front leading man on that Oilers team last year, and him and McDavid have been playing really well. And I think with
has Finland released an Olympic lineup?
I can check.
Yes, they have. Do you want me to go?
Okay. So we are going to have some fantastic Finns. Okay.
Make the great commute and travel to school, hiking, and more.
Kat just said 8:30. It's now.
Yeah, we're live now. We're live now.
So tell her to get in.
I haven't had a chance to look at the 4 teams yet. It's more so.
Yeah.
It's basically 3 groups of 4.
Yeah.
The 4. USA, Canada, Sweden. I don't know the fourth one.
It's
I will
3
figure it
groups
out.
of 4.
You know, the initial website listing the rosters, but I've only seen 2 of them on the website, which was, I think, Sweden and the
I've
United
always seen
States.
3. I haven't seen 4. So,
You
They
said
probably aren't
Finland?
fully released yet. I could have been Slovakia, Czech Republic.
Slovakia.
Yeah,
Well,
Czech
the
Republic,
PR
yeah.
well, the PR team has like the Olympic rosters for Finland and Sweden.
Yeah, it's like Finland, Sweden, United States have the rosters done, but not Germany.
Oh, is Finland the fourth? Oh no,
Yes.
Slovakia.
But I'm excited for the Olympics next year. I'm definitely excited to cover it in terms of the hockey aspect, because this is the first time in a long time hockey has been put into Olympics. It's kind
I
of
did
the
want to.
Olympic.
I did
So-
want to add something to your comment about how you're not impressed with Team America with the USA's Olympic hockey team. I will add that despite how on paper it looks for Team USA, a reminder that is something about the Olympics that brings out the best in players. So the players could be on paper look like absolute garbage, but when push comes to shove, when the Olympics are here, there is something about it. So do not count any team out of the Olympics. That is what Canada did when they assembled their super team. They had Gretzky, they had Lindros, they had Brodeur in net, and guess what? They lost to Dominik Hasek in the Czech Republic.
I do want to say, looking at the goalies in the United States team, if Jake Ottinger isn't in that net for like the first game, I'll be concerned. I think he's better than Connor Hellebuyck. I think he's better than Jeremy Swayman. We need Jake Ottinger in that net for us because he's the best goalie out of the 3 we have right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if they start Hellebuyck over Ottinger in game 1 and go with Ottinger the rest of the way. I wouldn't be surprised.
Especially if we get into like medal games and we need a goalie, Ottinger
Yeah.
needs to be in that net for the medal games because he's been the
Facts.
best goalie so far this season. As far as I've seen, the starters they've been playing really well. That's because of Jake Ottinger behind the pipes. So
Well, here's
Yep.
the thing. I don't think the Jets' free fall is all Hellebuck's fault. It's just more or less as they're just out of gas.
Oh yeah, I mean there's only so much a 39-year-old Johnny Tays can do.
and I think Hellebuck is the only Jet on the Olympic team so far right now,
Yeah,
unless there's backups, reserves that are Jets. But outside of that, Hellebuck's the only one.
yeah, that's really concerning when it comes to the Winnipeg Jets.
It's an interesting watch to look at it because we have the Kachuk brothers, Brandon and Matthew Kachuk. We have Jack Eichel, Jack Hughes, Matt Bodie. It's an interesting roster for sure. It's just that
Yeah,
I see a little bias in it because our head coach is the Rangers head coach, and he chose JT Miller over some other solid defensemen.
I think all of us though can actually breathe a sigh of relief that there is one player that is definitely not going to be a part of any Olympic roster, and that is famous women respecter Carter Hart.
That is true.
I knew something like that was coming.
Or famous is taxi driver enthusiast Patrick Kane.
Patrick King, yeah.
Any other inputs on the Olympic team before we move on to the
Respecter
next
right there.
subject at hand?
Go Team USA
think-
because I live here. So yeah, I got nothing else on the other teams. USA. Finally, Bruce.
We are sorry about our orange lump in the White House. Forgive us,
I'm
world.
not.
Yeah, forgive us with that one, but yeah.
But moving on before we get canceled, guys. Come on now. Gotta be
Yep,
careful
get
here.
back-
Skating on thin
back
ice,
to it.
literally.
Yep. Yeah.
We got one team we got to talk about that we mentioned before, but I want to get back into it. That having a huge surge into 2026, and that is somehow Macklin Celebrini and the San Jose Sharks. They have came storming back from worst to first right now. They are battling, I think, for the number one seed in the wild card spot. And Cobra called it last year, and he called it earlier this year that the Sharks were going to do something. And he is as happy as a fish right now with what
Yes.
he's doing with the Sharks right now.
Yeah.
What do you have to say?
I am as happy as a whale shark in a
Finally.
sea full of plankton. Let's go.
Fucking finally, I got a home run in this game.
Of course, you're playing Super Mega Baseball.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean,
Billy, do you have any input on the Sharks' surge to fame and surge to actual relevancy in 2026?
let me just look up their stat lines for a little bit.
I told you. Alex, I told you. The Sharks were going to do something. Mark my words. You called me high. And I'm like, watch. The Sharks will surprise us.
I didn't know. I didn't expect it. I guess Marcus Brady apparently just said, hey, hold my beer. I'm going to win so many games for us. They're currently only 2 points ahead of the Kraken right now in the Western Division. So I don't even know what the Sharks team anymore.
I will agree that, but I also do believe in better goaltending and play from Yaroslav Askarov.
Askarov has been great. I mean, he's giving me Yevgeny Nabokov vibes. The best way I can describe it.
Yeah. Plus, they have famous slap enthusiast Will Smith.
The Fresh Prince of San Jose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Plus, they did draft Michael Misa in like the wings, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
It's crazy to look at the Western Division right now, and that the whole division has been flipped. The
Definitely.
Jets are
Yeah,
the
definitely.
worst team in the West, and the Sharks are the best team in the West in terms of the wild card standings. How the hell did that even happen? In terms of a
They're
year?
doing their best hockey. Yeah.
Speaking of,
They just beat the Wild like 2 days ago. So there you go.
You want to talk about the vision flippage. Teams that have definitely swapped identities over the past year. I mean, around this time, the Toronto Maple Laughs were actually number 2 or number 3. This year, it's the Buffalo Sabres. What? The Sabres are dominant.
Yeah.
The Leafs are boiling ass.
I mean,
How?
you gotta saber. I mean, Cobra, you gotta saber the moment. But
Hold up. I actually have a drum joke here.
thank God.
This.
I
do have it.
Do you have an opinion on the Sharks' surge to power in the West Division this year?
Me?
Yes.
Do
Yeah.
you have an
'Cause
opinion?
The Sharks, well, they just, like I said, like this moments ago, they just beat the Wild a couple days ago on New Year's Eve. I think it was overtime, 4-3. So, yeah, they're up there. Surprisingly, they usually are not good. So it's like, they're like the, wow. So say NFL-wise, this was like the Detroit Lions, who starts for many, 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 many years, and now all of a sudden, oh, we're gonna be really good this year and all that shit. After finishing last place, and now you're gonna be in first place. Like what? But now this is like, yeah, going back to the San Jose Sharks, it's like, yeah, you beat the Wild now, who got Quinn Hughes like weeks ago. So, wow, that's mind blown. I hope they do well and stuff against the Wild again, but we'll see.
I was going to say the NFL comparison is the Bears. Bottom of the division.
Oh yeah, the Bears. I mean, yeah, I would have said I'm still saying the Lions because they were doing their thing in the NFC North first. So
yeah. He's right. He is right on that.
Yeah.
In my honest opinion, if the playoffs started today, I would be on the boat with Cobra and saying that Sharks will be an underdog dark horse to win the whole thing. But the West is a very tough conference to play in, whether you like it or not. You have the Knights there, you have the Oilers,
The
ever
Avalanche,
winning
the Star,
Avalanche.
the Avalanche, the Stars. The Jets.
So like even if they get out of the West Division, they're probably going to lose in the first round because of how tough this conference actually is. Look at my paper. The top 3 teams all have over 50 points, which is the Avalanche, Stars, and Wild. All have over 50 points. All of them are poised to make the playoffs as of right now. It could change in 4 months, but as of right now, those 3 teams are the top teams in the West right now. Avs, Stars, and Wild. Even with how struggling the Wild have been recently, they've seemed to bounce back and then pushing for this third spot and holding it tight to some teams that are
Yep.
battling for that spot. I mean,
We play a back-to-back game starting tomorrow, so we're in for tests. Two tests.
I do think the Sharks have a good opportunity to thrive with this. And I think if they might be the Devils of last year's playoffs. Me and Cole were talking about them. They were a young team with lack of playoff experience, and they lost to a good Hurricanes team. And it felt like this Sharks team might be that Devils team from last year. They have a young team, no playoff experience. They might lose in the first round, but it's a learning curve to get stronger for next year and go for that championship. And the Devils are up there. Devils are, 6 right now, but they are 1 point behind. They are not that far off.
They could just straight up surprise us and actually go further than we thought. Instead of being a one and done in the rounds, they could go far. The sky is the limit for this young team.
It is. It definitely is.
Respect is not
And it's crazy how we talked about the Sharks last year. We were talking about they were a top 5 pick. They were not going to do anything this year. I was on the boat of, they're going to be the same old Sharks team and lose games after lose games and be bad. And I'm like, what the hell's going on right now? The whole NHL season is weird because we have the Sharks up there and the Kraken are playing well, but they weren't playing well last year, and they just missed the playoffs last year. So we could see 2 brand new teams, an expansion team for one, in the playoffs that could make a deep run in the West and have a good chance to upset some of these high caliber teams.
Yeah. All right.
With that being said, time for a quick ad break before we move on to our next topic. It's NFL playoff season, guys. The playoffs are right around the corner. It's week 18. It's the last week of the season. So how about you go to Fanatics and use our link in our bio to gear up for Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara? Are you a Patriots fan? Are you a Bills fan? Are you a fan of one of those teams? Go out and grab your Fanatics gear. Use our link in our bio to get there. And with that being said, we're going to move on to our next topic of discussion. But before then, I'm going to get Kat's opinion because she just got in here if she's able to give her opinion about the San Jose Sharks' success this year of being a thriving team in 2026 to try and go for the West title.
Her mic's on mute, so it may take a while to answer you. There she is.
Okay.
Hey.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying. Before we move on, I wanted to get your opinion on the San Jose Sharks and their strive to success this year, and how they can keep that going. If you've been keeping up with the standings.
I have not been keeping up with the standings. I have watched a little bit of the Capitals and Ovechkin, but honestly though, from what I remember from last season, the Sharks are like getting their stuff together.
Yeah, they're currently first place in the wild card spot in the Western Conference, trying to keep that spot into the
Wow.
playoffs.
I feel
Kat,
like yeah.
I did say this on our first podcast of the new season
Hmm.
that the San Jose Sharks were actually going to surprise people. I told Alex that live on the podcast. I'm like, mark my words, the Sharks are going to surprise people, and he called me high.
I did not believe him. I think it was delusional. Here we are.
Well-
The apology must be as loud and public as the disrespect.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that will come if the Sharks don't blow this.
Yeah. All right. I got the standings live up. We want to get to it?
I do got a couple of things left. If you want to like skip around, we can. But I got a few things left.
All right. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. All right.
Next up, I wanted to talk about the Colorado Avalanche. They have been surging to wins like no other this year. They are, I kid you not, 17-0-2 at home, 17 wins, 0 losses, and 2 overtime losses. They have yet to lose a home game of regulation, and the record backs it up too. So I want to know from you guys, is this the Avalanche year to go back to the Stanley Cup and actually win it this year? Because the last time they went, they beat the Lightning. I think it was 2021. So it's been 4 or 5 years since they've last been in the cup. Is this the Avalanche season?
Yeah, a couple of days ago was 4 years ago still, but now it's 5, technically 5. Should I start? I don't even know. Cobra, you
you
want to start first,
volunteered,
or?
Cesar.
Cobra and then Cat.
Yeah. But you
Okay, yeah.
volunteered, Cesar. All you.
I volunteer, but you go ahead, Cobra.
I don't think it's Colorado's year. And let me explain. Because this reminds me of the San Jose. This reminds me of a 2010s San Jose Sharks. You remember the President's Trophy winning San Jose Sharks? They were dominant. You know, they scored a ton with Jumbo Joe Thornton. Joe Pavelski. You know, they had Nabokov in net. They got dashed in the first round. You know, I don't believe that regular season success, even though it's important, I don't believe that this high level of regular season success is conducive of postseason success.
Closed caption.
So you believe in the President's Trophy curse? That whoever wins that trophy
100%.
doesn't go far in the playoffs.
100%, man. The President's Trophy to me is not. It's not the most important. It is not the important trophy to strive for. We all know what that is. It weighs over 40 pounds. It is Lord Stanley's Cup. That is the most important trophy in hockey. The President's Trophy can just jog on. I want the cup. That's what every athlete should strive for, as far as I agree. Individual awards and regular season awards, they don't matter as much as the end goal, the championship trophy, whatever it is.
Definitely agree with that opinion, but definitely interested to see how this plays out. Cesar, do you have an opinion on the Avalanche and those strive to win the Stanley Cup this year?
Well, they've been winning a lot of games so far this season. But they're how many losses do they have? Question mark.
How many what?
How many losses do they have? One of them, I believe, is my team, the Wild.
They have 9 over. They have 9 losses. They have 7
Look it up.
losses.
But anyways,
regulation.
To answer the question, I'll say yes and no. Yes, because they're probably going to be the top team in the.
They're going to be the top team in the West, 100%.
Top team in the West, but no, because not only my Wild, because I don't want to be biased here, the Mammoth. Let me look at the standings real quick. Gosh.
The Mammoth are in one of the wild card slots. They're below the Wild in standings.
Where are they?
The Dallas Stars, the Mammoth. Yep.
It's the Avs, the Stars, the Wild, the Mammoth in that slot.
The Sharks, the Ducks, the
Golden
Knights,
Knights, and
the
the
Oilers. Not so the Blues, the Blackhawks, like Jets, and Nashville. Well, Nashville's getting there, but like they're under the Utah for right now. As far as the West goes, I don't. If St. Louis turns it around, I believe they'll make the playoffs because when they are on a hot streak, they don't lose. Unfortunately, there.
Lose and they don't lose.
Yeah, the Predators could still make it. Yeah, Utah Mammoth. Now that they have a team that's not the hockey club anymore, Mammoth they could make some problems there. Dallas Stars, of course, could make some problems. So yes, Colorado could win the Stanley Cup. No, the Colorado could win the Stanley Cup because of I'm gonna say Dallas and Minnesota getting the most to possibly face Colorado and beat them. Utah, Nashville up in the air. So are the bottom two, and then the Pacific. No Vancouver, possibly the Flames, maybe the Kings, possibly the Kraken, possibly the Sharks, Ducks, yeah, maybe, and Knights. I'm not sure about. Edmonton Oilers, sure. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. And as far as the West goes,
Kat, are you still there to give opinion about the the Avalanche and their opportunity to either sell or win everything this year?
I am still here. I seem to remember the Avalanche you know, being an Avalanche last year. They didn't know which end was up.
Well,
Um
could definitely tell you that this year they have rarely lost in regulation. They only have 2 losses in regulation.
yeah, no, I heard that when Alex said it. Um but to turn around like that in any sport, to go from the season I remember them having last year to this season, they might just have a really hungry team. And I'm not going to count them out from either the President's Cup or the Stanley Cup. Um I don't know much about the President's Cup cuz for those of
Trophy.
you that
It's President's Trophy. It's not a cup. It's a trophy. It's a
Yeah, it's
trophy.
the
oh, it's a
best,
trophy.
most regular season points gets the President's Trophy.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, I mean, honestly, I would not count them out from that at this point. And I mean, I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. You don't have to tell me about regular season versus playoff season or playoff games. Um, Lamar gets into a playoff game, and all of a sudden he's a high school football player. So I would say I'm not going to count them out, but I'm certainly not going to bet on them going all the way through either.
Yeah, I definitely agree with
Right.
all your opinions, but in my personal opinion, I think the Avalanche have a chance to win the cup this year. I'm a person that doesn't believe in the President's Trophy curse. I more believe in the curse of touching the Western and Eastern Conference Finals trophies. Because I've noticed a trend. The teams that touch it lose in the finals. Teams that don't touch it usually have a chance to win. And the Oilers didn't touch it last year, and they were one game seven away from beating the Panthers in that Stanley Cup. So I believe the Avalanche go far. They should not touch that Western Cup, that Western Conference Championship trophy, as I believe they should win if they don't touch that trophy. But I think the Avalanche are playing well. They have 2 All-Star players that are battling for the most points. I mean, Anthony McKinnon, I think, is battling with McDavid right now. He's like a point behind him, or like neck and neck with most points this year. I mean, the
Wow.
goalie play is amazing. The defense is unbelievable. They've won 9 straight games. They've only lost 2 games on the road. in regulation, 5 in overtime, and won 13 of those. I don't understand how this team plays. I'm looking at this team, and they might win 80 games by, I don't know, March. They're at 6 or 7 points right now.
Yeah.
You play 50 games, you get 75 to 80 points by March or April before postseason. Like, this team could get 85 to 90 points by the end of the year, maybe more. They keep winning like they are, and they keep playing well, and
Yeah,
they
but
can
then
win
in the season, yeah,
the division in this one seed.
possibly happen. Yeah, I really despise the Colorado Avalanche due to being in the pretty much the same division, Western Conference, basically with the Wild. So can't really cheer for them. So, but if worst comes to worst, with me and the Wild being eliminated in the playoffs again, I'll have to do with the Colorado Avalanche. We'll see, because I can't do the Stars, because you know that story. If you don't know it, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the same with
I
the
think
Capitals.
I think we personally know because they were the Minnesota North Stars. I mean, we're not we are definitely not that player from the from D2 to my desk. I forget his name.
I'm the same
Yeah,
way.
if worst comes to worst, I'll end up doing the rooting for the Avalanche thing. Yep.
Yeah, I'm the same with the Capitals. The Capitals make the playoffs and do what they did last year. I'm backing the horse of the Avalanche. I did it last with the Oilers. I backed them to the playoffs because I believed in the Oilers and I believed in McDavid, and they sold for me. But I will back the horse of the Avalanche in this race because I love their team. I love what they're playing. I love McKinnon. I love Nicole. I love their team this year. The team is dominant this year. They don't win the Stanley Cup, then I don't know what was the point of playing so well that he's gonna slip in the postseason. But I think the President's Trophy curse is not going to affect them, and I think they're going to go deeper this year. I hope they do. I really hope the Avalanche go far this year. One more thing before we get to games of the weekend and standings, I want to address the super tight race in terms of the wild card spot in the Western Conference. We have six teams, I kid you not, that are a point behind each other, battling for that Kraken spot, that are gripping it to death right now. I want to go to see you guys' opinions on who do you guys think will get that number 2 spot if the Kraken do fall off, or if even the Sharks fall off a little bit.
Whoa, we're breaking up. We're breaking up.
I still hear you.
We were breaking up there, Alex.
I used to hear it, Cobra.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys hear me now? Am I good?
Oh, I could hear you fine.
Well, I heard you fine too, Alex. Yeah.
Okay, Cobra, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. Like
Okay.
I said, but we just had a network hiccup.
Okay, so I'm gonna go Cobra, Cesar, and Cat back to me. Who do you guys think will get that second wildcard spot? And do you think the Sharks are going to give up that one spot if they slip up as a tad bit? There are 6 teams fighting for that spot right now.
I think the Sharks have it. I think the Sharks are going to let it go. Easy enough.
He's here to lay out the stipulation.
Do you think the Sharks are going to have that spot? Do you think the Kraken will slip up and another team will slip in that 2 spot?
Yeah. Utah would probably slip in.
Wow.
Interesting thoughts. Cesar, what are your opinions on the race for the second wildcard spot in the Western Conference?
I need to look at the stands again because I was just on there. So, besides the Wild, screw the Stars. Utah for all I care can be in it. Nashville, if they turn things around, they're 18-18 for. St. Louis Blues, if they don't lose, 16-18, 8 so far, 40 points. They could turn things around if so. Blackhawks, nah. Winnipeg Jets, nah. So yeah, you said Kraken. I don't know about Kraken right now. Yes, they have a decent win-loss record, but I'm not sure about that. It's a toss-up. San Jose Sharks could surprise people. A lot of people are already surprised by them. Anaheim Ducks, yeah. Vegas Knights, you know how that goes. They're always in it, I believe. Edmonton Oilers, definitely. And then yeah, to be the biased one here, Minnesota Wild. I would hope that we just keep winning games starting tomorrow and Sunday. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Kat, what is your opinion on the tight race for the second wildcard spot in the Western Conference? Who do you think might take that spot from the Kraken come season end?
That's assuming someone does take it from the Kraken, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my question. Who do you think would take it from the Kraken
Okay.
if they slip up in the slightest?
Well, I feel like Nashville is nipping at their heels. Gosh, they definitely don't have as many overtime losses. STL,
The
St. Louis Blues,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they have a whole lot more overtime losses than
Now, now, granted, Kat, those overtime losses could also be losses in the shootout as well. So don't. Just
gotcha.
just take that with a grain of salt.
Well, and I mean the overtime losses to me, and this is one reason why um I wish the NFL
Oh,
did
it's
something
tonight.
similar to this.
What?
Um
I
I
forgot.
really think that an overtime loss shouldn't be treated as a loss. I mean, obviously it is a loss. But when you're able to do when you're able to do um when you're able to pull out the win anyway. I don't know. I just the teams that have the more overtime losses, I don't feel like they're going to really push through in the playoffs.
Right. Yeah. Well, she muted herself or something accidentally or something.
Yeah, definitely. I
feel
definitely do
like-
agree. And looking at the second wildcard spot in the Western Conference, I think the Mammoth are a very, very sneaky team. They're sitting at 41 points. They're 19, 19, and 3. They're in the driver's seat right now, right behind the Kings. They have less overtime losses, more wins than the Kings, but more games played, so that could change anytime. They just blew the doors off with the New York Islanders last night, 7-2. I think the Utah is a very good team this year. I think we look at the atmosphere of the Utah Mammoths this year. They're a new team with an identity, with a mascot, and they had that mascot. Me and Cobra talked about it before. They got that mascot, and they went on a winning surge after they won like 8 games straight or 6 games straight after the mascot came. So this Mammoth team is motivated. They have a well team, and I think the Kraken have an opportunity to hold that spot. But the Mammoth have a better record than them with only 3 more games played than them. So I think the Mammoth are a very sneaky team to keep an eye on because the Kings usually pull a king and they kind of fall off at the mid-season at the end of the year and someone jumps over them or they lose more games than they should. We saw it in the playoffs last year. They lost games late, but they somehow stuck in and they still lost in a great series. I think it was to the Island. I think it was to the Oilers in that series, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so real quick, I have a question.
What's up?
I'm looking at the division standings. So I've got Eastern Atlantic and Metropolitan, the Western, Central, and Pacific, right?
Yep.
Right.
Okay, is it the top 3 or the top 2 who go into the playoffs?
So it's the top 3 leading the division, and then there's 2 wildcard teams. So in the Pacific,
From each division there's 5 teams that go.
Yes.
Four. There's
So,
actually
so like,
four.
in the Pacific, it will be Edmonton, Vegas, Anaheim, the Sharks, and the Kraken. They're the top 5 teams with the most points and the best records in the Pacific division.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Sorry, my dog decided to try and grab a chicken bone.
Oh, great.
No, you're good.
Not
that's the
fun.
commotion you guys heard, and I was like, oh, sorry, I gotta go wrangle my dog like she's that lion in that meme.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
she's like, Mom, give it back. No.
Yep.
Jeez whiz.
Anywho, we're running a little long. We're running a little long. Longer than
Okay,
Yeah,
I
it's
wanted to.
almost an hour.
so each division will either have 4 or 5 teams.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be at least 8 teams in each divisional playoff.
In each conference.
Correct.
Okay. And that's why the playoffs take so long in hockey.
Pretty
And
much.
those 70-game series, so
Yep.
4
And
and
all
7
Yeah.
7-game series, and it's the hardest trophy to win for a reason.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I hope all of our listeners remember I'm still new to hockey. Um,
Oh yeah.
I'm able to catch a
Yep.
couple of games here and there. Um, I live too close to the Capitals to actually watch them on anything. So I have to like find highlights on like YouTube and stuff like that. But we have been crazy over here the past couple of weeks with Christmas and New Year's, and
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
one of my goats has diabetes. We just found out today, so that's fun. Didn't even know that was a thing.
So goats can actually turn into Wilfred Brimley. Gotcha.
And she's got the little beard to match it. So
People with diabetes.
so but yeah, I'm really enjoying learning about hockey. The point system at first was no, you can't have that. The point system at first was very different because obviously hockey is the only sport that has a scoring system like this.
Yes.
So that was a little, you know, touch of a
Jarring.
learning curve, but I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun, and there was one hockey game I was watching. Please don't ask me to remember who was playing because this
Nice.
was like, last year at this point. Ha ha ha. Sorry, mom joke. But the two team captains essentially squared up with each other because the crowd was completely silent. You could really hear everything that was happening on the ice. The players were all frustrated, and the two team captains were like, this is crap. And you could see them like make eye contact with each other at a face off, even though they weren't the two in the face off. And the face off happened, and they squared up at each other, and the crowd erupted like, oh, yay, a fight. And the announcer said something about, you notice how the team captains stepped in and got the crowd back into this game. And I was like, that's awesome.
Sometimes
It's like a good pop from, a defensive end that brings the crowd back into it in football. So that was kind of cool to be able to see in a hockey game that I was watching live.
Definitely agree. But moving on to our last 2 segments, games of the weekend. So I want you guys to give me your 2 games for Saturday and your 1 game for Sunday. What are you tuning into this weekend on your TV screen? I'm going to start with Cobra, Cesar, Cat, and then myself to give all 3 games this weekend. So Cobra, if you have the schedule put up, what games are you tuning into this weekend?
All right, you know what? Give me Sabres, Blue Jackets, Flyers and Oilers. Give me those 2 matchups right now. Like, not gonna lie. With the Sabres under hot streak, I expect them to steamroll over the Blue Jackets. And the Flyers and Oilers, Connor McJesus is struggling. I expect the Flyers to take full advantage of that, especially with Tristan Jarry in net, who I've made a meme of. Oh, hey, this is pretty much the same flannel shirt that Grandpa is wearing.
Huh.
And what is your one game for Sunday you're turning on your TV screen?
All right, and for Sunday, give me
Oh my lord.
Taking the Hurricanes game, I see.
Hurricanes and Devils. Let's go.
Caesar,
wow.
if you have not done games of the weekend, you can only pick the games that Cobra did not choose. So you have 11 games on Saturday and 4 to choose from on Sunday out of the slate that Cobra.
Games that he did not shoot. Oh wow. Wow. Okay, so he didn't say Avalanche Hurricanes, so that's one that I will tune in. And then the other one, shoot. Lightning and the Sharks. Let's go. And then Sunday, he had to say
He picked the Hurricanes game on Sunday, so you cannot pick Canes Devils. It'd be one of the other 4 games.
What are you yelling at me for? Stop.
okay, for this time only, because they're facing the Stars at 1 p.m. on Sunday. Go Canadiens of Montreal.
Ooh, the Montreal Canadiens.
The Montreal Canadiens.
Moving on to Cat. What are your 2 games for Saturday and your 1 game for Sunday? It cannot be games that Cesar or Cobra picked, as a reminder.
This is
Okay.
that's difficult.
That is difficult. However, this team is not playing Saturday or Sunday, but they do have a 10:30 game tonight. So I'm going to say the Ducks versus the Wild for one of my
Yeah, that's
Saturday
tonight.
games.
That's yeah. I forgot. It was
I'm
tonight, not
cheating.
tomorrow. Sorry.
Yep. That
I'm
sounds like
cheating.
I'll allow it as host.
Redbird.
And then did
Redbird.
anybody
How dare you
go away,
cheat
Yinzer?
on this podcast?
How
dare you?
did anybody pick the Capitals and Blackhawks?
No one
Nope.
did.
I'm going to pick them.
Okay,
Not that
you
I'm
have-
allowed to watch them because they'll be at the Capitals. And then Sunday. Oh gosh. Did somebody already say the Penguins Blue Jackets?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Sweet. Penguins Blue Jackets. Because Penguins are also pretty close to me.
There is some interesting games from the crew here, but for me, my first game Saturday is the Mammoth and the Devils. Like I said earlier, the Mammoth are fighting for that second spot in the Western Conference. The Devils are trying to battle back in the Metropolitan in the Eastern Conference. Go Mammoth, because I hate every team in the Metropolitan Division. They should all burn in hell. But besides the point. My second game for Saturday will be the Maple Leafs and the Islanders. I know the Islanders Maple Leafs game doesn't look that appealing, but I am excited to see Austin Matthews take on Ecos. Was it Ecos Sorokin? Oh, that's the Rangers goalie. Whoever's the net for the Islanders, I'm spacing.
Ilya Sorokin.
Sorokin, thank you. I want to see Austin Matthews and Ilya Sorokin battle it out. I think that would be a great matchup on Saturday night. Sunday. Ooh, every game is interesting, but I'm picking the. Oh no, Cobra, did you take the Avalanche Panthers game?
No, it did not.
Then I'm taking Avalanche and the Panthers. I want to see this
Ooh.
Nathan McKinnon, Brandon
Ooh.
Marchand.
I almost picked that, but I'm like, yeah, it's
It's
too
gonna
easy.
be fun, man. Nathan McKinnon, Brandon Marchand, the goalie battle with Sergei Bobrovsky getting, I think, 4th all-time in wins, beating the Capitals recently. I think that's going to be a great game to do. And to cap off this super long episode on the apologies of all of us here, we tend to yap a lot. We go on to the standings, and we have 4 of us here, so we can each do a division. and
Division.
So Cobra, would you like to do the Atlantic, and then I'll go to Cesar for the Metropolitan, myself for the Central, and to finish it off, the Pacific will be Cat.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
I pressed the wrong button. Sorry.
So you're taking the Metropolitan Division. I'm taking the Central, and Cat's finishing with the Pacific.
So I've got the Atlantic.
You got the Atlantic.
I'm taking the Central.
I got
So-
Central. You got Metropolitan.
Metropolitan.
So
Cat
in
got the Pacific Division.
All right. So, as far as the Eastern Conference is concerned, it's the Atlantic Division. The Detroit Red Wings are on top. It feels like we're in the 2010s already. Interesting. Red Wings are 24-14-4 with 52 points. Right behind them are the Tampa Bay Lightning. See, it does feel like we're in the 2010s. 24-13-3, 51 points. They're on a 6-game win streak. Then right behind them, we have the Montreal Canadiens. 22-12-6, 50 points. Two-game winning streak. The biggest surprise right now are the Buffalo Sabres in 4th. 21-14-4, and they're with 46 points, currently on a 10-game winning streak.
Wow.
Right behind them are the defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers, 21-15-3, 45 points. Right behind them are the Toronto Maple Leafs, 19-15-6, 44 points. Also with 44 points are the team that lives rent-free in their heads, the Boston Bruins, 21-18-2, 44 points. And in last in the Atlantic are the Ottawa Senators, 19-15-5, 43 points.
The Leaves are
Poor
the
Senators.
Bruins' worst nightmare in the first round every year. Caesar, you have the Metropolitan Division that contains my personal favorite team, but go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Carolina Hurricanes. 24-13-3, 51 points. Right below them is the New York Islanders, 22-15-4, 48 points. Maybe we got the Philly Flyers, 20-12-7 with 47 points. Also with 47 points is Alex's Washington Capitals, and I would believe Cats, 21-15-5. Again, 47 points. 45 points for Pittsburgh, aka Schittsburg. Penguins, 18-12-9. Again with 45 points. The New Jersey Devils,
They have 44 points.
are 21-17-2 with 44 points. That's pretty. I don't know how that's bottom. Well, because of the 17. Wow, whatever. If the Pittsburgh Penguins didn't have as many overtime losses that they do losses, that would be ideal to be New Jersey to be on top of Pittsburgh, but whatever. Anyways, New York Rangers, 19-18-5, 43 points. And then the bottom feeder is the Columbus Blue Jackets, 17-16-6 with 40 points.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright.
The Central Division for me, the Colorado Avalanche, are the front runners and driving that division with 30 wins, 2 losses, and 7 overtime losses with 67 points. They are currently on a 9-game winning streak, followed by the Dallas Stars, 25-9-7 with 57 points. The Minnesota Wild right on the tail, 2 points behind, 24-10-7 with 55 points. The
I'll
Utah
take it.
Mariners at 4th at 19-19-3 with 41 points. But National Predators 18-18-4 with 40 points. The St. Louis Blues 16-18-8 with 40 points.
And
The
they don't
Blackhawks,
lose.
15, 18, and 7 with 37 points. And the shock of the season, the Winnipeg Jets, after making it 2 games away from the Stanley Cup Finals last year, 15, 20, and 4 with 34 points. Kat, you got the Pacific.
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right. We have the Edmonton Oilers with a 20-15-6 record for 46 points. The Vancouver Grand Knights.
Vegas
Vegas
Golden.
Golden
Is that right?
Knights.
Vegas Golden Knights. I tried. With 17, 11, and 11. Yikes, for 45 points. The Anaheim Ducks. My inner child is cheering right now. With a 21-6-3 record for 45 points. The San Jose Sharks have a 20-17-3 record with 43 points. The Seattle Kraken
Kraken. Yep, Kraken.
with a 17-14-7 record for 41 points.
out, Cesar.
The
Sunday, okay?
And see ya.
I love you.
You too.
the
Be safe.
I will. I'll be careful
Los
on the road.
Angeles
Yeah,
Kings.
definitely.
All right.
I know you will.
The Los Angeles Kings with 16-14-9 for 41 points. CGY.
Calgary.
That's Calgary.
Calgary. Flames. Okay. Are 18-18-4 for 40 points. And then the Vancouver Canucks.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
With 16-20-3 for 35 points.
Definitely a
All right.
wacky season with the standings in terms of who's on top, who's on bottom. Don't take it the wrong way, you viewers. Besides the point, I would like to plug our other podcast, The Lap Down, which has a surprising return date. Season 3 will be coming back January 27th, right before the
Woohoo!
for the national
And
season.
hold
We're
on.
excited.
What day? January 27th. That means that.
That's
Yeah.
a Tuesday,
So
right?
that is a Tuesday. Huh.
Oh, I
Okay.
thought they were coming back on a Monday.
Yeah, like I said, I thought it was a Monday. I thought it was.
I don't know.
Okay, well, it's either going to be the 26th or the 27th, so we'll have
Yeah.
to confirm that either way.
Correct.
Definitely. And big announcement of Wrestling Penalties 2026. We have a brand new podcast hitting the channel with my friend Cobra down there. He is joining Ricky on Gutter's Edge, our bowling podcast. We'll be talking all about the PBA and everything about it. Cobra is an avid professional bowler, so he will be all up in that action.
Well,
with Ricky.
I wouldn't say professional. I'm a league bowler, but still, hey,
That's almost semi-pro at
Pretty
this
much.
point. Like,
pretty much. And I'm excited. I'm excited as all get out because I love bowling. Always have,
Definitely.
always will.
We are
I'm
passing
excited
the
about this.
our college football podcast, which is hiatus right now for the CFP, but that's with our friend Ricky Billy. Dirt and Turf, our baseball podcast. We're excited to get back on when spring training starts. Hard count, our football podcast. The Handed Down Bench, our shooting and shit podcast. We talk all things not sports related. Because we need a break from that every once in a while. Handing Down Beatdown, a wrestling podcast, which I believe is coming back on Sunday.
This
We go
Sunday, we
over-
are returning to the
Yes.
ring to hand it down, beat down.
Yes, and we're going over AEW World's End and previewing New Year's Evil for NXT next Tuesday and going over that as well. We're on Spotify, YouTube, and TikTok, wherever you get your podcasts from. Means you guys check out Fanatics, our affiliate for this channel. Get it up for the playoffs for the NFL and so much more. And that is the final horn. We will have to step up the ice. Good night, everyone.
Take care. Woo!